much. It's a wonderful thing to be here again today. Pardon my voice. The enemy is a liar. I've had a rough couple of days, and so the voice is turning on its own, but we move. How are you guys, and how have you been, and how have your businesses been since last month? Does anybody have any testimony about their business? What has happened? What have you learned? What have you gained? What have you improved upon since last month when we talked about the behaviors and character traits of people who sell? So who can also remember the topic for last month?
I took it in my notes. I want to quickly check. But I omitted myself because I wanted to share a testimony. Because as our last month's meeting, I had not started my business, and now I started, and we have officially carried our products from Nigeria to Canada in the first month.
Ow! And
that's,
congratulations.
thank you.
So if you didn't have a business, why did you join?
Because the business was in the pipeline.
Okay, nice. Thank God for obedience, and thank God for honoring his obedience. So, topic for last month.
I'm coming. I want to check my notes, please. Thank you.
What do we call this one? Orijo or cheating, or which one?
What did you say?
I said, what do we call this one? Orijo or?
What's Orijo?
Expo.
Oh,
Checking notes.
I've never heard of that.
Really?
I've never heard that. That is Expo.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not an old woman. I know that.
Okay. We didn't say that during my time, Pasha.
What's your point?
Okay.
All right.
So, off the top of my, because I honestly can't remember where I noted it down, but off the top of my head, we talked about character in your character, your business. We talked about professionalism in your business. We talked about relationship, your relationship with customers, how you handle your customers, off the top of my head.
Okay. So what were the main things that you learned last month? What was one thing that stood out to you last month?
Don't be a thief of your customers' money. And have integrity. Whether they can see you or not, the same thing you are going to do when they can see you is the same thing you should do when they cannot see you. So if you would give them 5 CL when they can see you, don't give them 4 CL because they can't see you packing it. Even if the difference is minuscule and they won't notice, it doesn't change the fact that in that moment you lied. And then to be a Nigerian, say all liars can go to hellfire.
It's not enough to go to hellfire because of business.
Yes.
God did not send you to do business so that you can go to hellfire. And so I 100% agree with you. I agree with what you said. Don't go to hellfire because of business. Don't be a liar. Don't be a thief of your customers' resources. Don't be a thief of your customers' time also. So what's the topic for today?
I don't know. I must have maybe it was communicated.
Really? You didn't see the flyer?
Oh. I buy from. It sounds very similar to what I mean, would you buy from me was what was in last month's flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost, so I guess my eyes glossed over it because I was like, no, it's the same thing now. And I was like, oh, we are continuing at in that vein.
Okay, well, yes and no. We're continuing on the same trend of fixing your character, because a lot of times many business people believe that the main problem they have is the lack of capital or more influx of customers. But the biggest issue many of them have is not that, is the fact that the customers that they do have, they are not able to take care of. They are not able to care for those customers properly. They are not able to service those people properly, because a lot of business owners have this mindset of turnover. They have this turnover mindset. So they believe, oh, if something happens, if a customer comes today, another one is going to come tomorrow. And it doesn't matter how I treat this customer, because another one is going to come. And so we have that mindset. So last time we talked about, would you buy from you? Like, when you look at yourself, are you somebody who, who you would buy from? If you knew all you knew about you, about somebody, and you were that person, and you were also you, would you be able to buy from you, knowing all that you know about yourself? And so this month we're talking about, are you difficult to buy from? Are you somebody? So we're kind of specializing on one aspect. So sometimes we're very difficult to buy from. A lot of people are very stressful to buy from. I always say this thing, and whenever I say it, people think I'm speaking from a place of privilege, because I've been an entrepreneur for many years. So they say things like, "Oh, you're just talking like that because you know better." I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know better just because I know better. I know better because I learned to know better, right? And so a lot of people don't understand the need to have good character. A lot of people don't understand the need to make life easy for your clients. You must make it as easy for them as possible. Now, cast your mind to the biggest business or the biggest brand you know, and tell me why it is easy. Okay, give me 2 reasons why it is easy for you to patronize that brand. The biggest business brand you know. It doesn't have to be in your locality. It can be in any place in the world. Why? How is it easy for you to buy from them? What 2 things do they do that makes it easy for you to buy from them? Go.
AliExpress. They don't let me rest. They are always, the moment I search for something, they are showing me things. Even I think an example now, I think last year for a particular product. And since last year till date, as actually I still received a notification of something similar. Okay, so I think what I searched for was a lactation massager for breast pump, and I have gotten ads for feeding bottles. I have gotten ads for pumps. I have gotten ads for jars to store milk. I have gotten ads for storage bags. I cannot. And then there was a point where the Nigerian bank implemented this central bank implemented policies that made buying from there not possible. And a bank bought installed it started in Nigeria, OPay. And I think from what I heard, OPay is owned by a Chinese company. And eventually they have found a way to integrate OPay's card on their website, such that now you can buy on AliExpress. And but I say if you did not know, now you know. Only me cannot be spending on AliExpress. You can buy on AliExpress using an OPay card. And now the thing that OPay now has, OPay is the second company, right? OPay has convenience. If I transfer money, okay, so I have GTB, I use GTB. No, I don't use GTB, but I have GTB accounts, I have UBA accounts, I have an OPay account, I have Money Points, I have Kuda, I have Providos, I think I have this, I'm not sure. But like basically I have like four and if I want to receive any money, the first bank I mentioned is okay. Number one, traditional bank, you collect sometimes. I think I told you before. Sometimes I want to send money to my UBA. I'll tell you that the money does not enter immediately. Wait like 2 hours. Meanwhile, OPay, as the person is pressing send, I'm receiving the money. And then they are not, I don't feel like I am being ripped off. Traditional bank, you pay card maintenance money, you pay SMS charge, you pay this. OPay, you have 3 free transfers daily. It's when you exceed, you now start paying, and you pay maybe 5 naira. I think it's 10 naira. Traditional banks, you pay 50 something naira. When you look at it, OPay is like they are looking at my pain points, and OPay is some people look at it like, oh, OPay is the bank for the poor, but even the rich people, this money is compound, and they are looking at the pain points like compounding, like funds that part of the plan. Because by the time you see your financials, especially as a business, and you are saying, okay, this person sends 10,000 naira. Traditional bank, out of the 10,000, traditional bank has already removed 150 naira. By the time you want to align it, it's not aligning anymore compared to OPay. That OPay wasn't removing anything, but then of course CBN tried. So now OPay to start this money. But even before they started the money, every single customer knew that OPay took the brunt, the larger brunt of that thing, and then where it would not now be feasible for them as a company was when they now transfer this to the customer. So for most customers, they are not, even though they came to OPay because free transfers, cheaper transactions, etc., they are not leaving when OPay had to introduce some things, because they knew that these things were the things OPay introduced out of their control, and OPay had already done their best to shield them from it.
Thank you very much for that in-depth analysis. Thank you so much. Sometimes we underestimate what these companies will go through to just get to us. So one of the few things that I put down from what you said was that AliExpress is the biggest brand that you know, and that you really they come to you and they make life so easy for you by making your payments convenient. So they realized that there was a lack of they were out of touch with Nigerians, because Nigerians could not pay to buy things from them, and they realized this problem. So they went to find something that would bridge the gap between them. And so they realized that one of their countrymen had a bank in Nigeria, which, do you know, at one point that bank was trying to close. But what you said now, I realized that one of the reasons why they refused to close is because they realized that basically the customers in Nigeria were depending on them. And a company like Alibaba would rather, Alibaba owns AliExpress. Alibaba would rather invest in a bank like OPay, or even buy the bank over so that he can sell. Now look at the way customs and everything works in Nigeria, and delivery. Exactly. I wanted to say that delivery also is an issue in Nigeria, and now they went ahead to get somebody that could bridge that gap. So it's a business that comes to you. It comes to you and makes your life easy. It's constantly thinking of how easy it can make your life, so that you can buy without stress, so that you can buy seamlessly. And that's the whole point of a business. They come to you, they make life easy for you. And now you're complaining that they're taking all your money, but they make it so easy for them to take your money that you don't have an excuse. Like, they literally make it so easy, and then they bring the goods to you. And so in the US, we have fast fashion companies like Shein and companies like that, who also make it so easy. First off, they rip off designers, which is not a good thing. And then they go ahead to make it like 1/100 of how much the designer is asking for. And of course, they don't use good fabrics, but at the end of the day, many people don't care about fabrics, right? And I'm not saying that it's a great thing not to care about the environment, but they came to where people were. They realized that fashion was too expensive for people, so they came to them. They made payments so easy. They made delivery so easy. You would hear things like free delivery, from, you want to buy something, if you spend up to $20, free delivery for you. And so you think, okay, instead of paying $5 and spending $7 for delivery, that's already more than almost $20. Why don't I just spend $20 and get free delivery? And because of that, you're spending more already. So rather than get $13 from you, they will get $20 from you. That's $7 that they wouldn't have had. Now think about it in multiples. 7 times 10 is 70. 70 times 10, that's 700. 700 times 10, that's 7,000. 7,000 times 10, that's 70,000. 70,000 times 10, that's 700,000. 700,000 times 10, that's $7 million that they wouldn't have had before. So they know what they're doing. They know how to come to you. They care about the convenience of their customers. Now, I would say that this is not from the goodness of their heart, but because they want to sell, but still, it makes life easy for you. The fact that they want money does not make you, life harder for you. And that's the important thing. And so one thing I want us to go away with today is that you must make life easy for the people that want to buy from you. If people want to buy from you, you have to make life easy for them. You have to make it easy for them to buy from you. They must be able to buy from you conveniently, without any stress, without any trouble. So the first question I want us to approach under this topic is, are you approachable? Approachable business women attract more opportunities. Are you approachable? What does it mean to be approachable? And what does the Bible say about this? Because, we will always go back to the Bible for our foundation and for anything that we're going to push. If we have an agenda, or we have a topic, or we have a counsel that has not been proven by the Bible, that you cannot prove from the Bible, then it's not for us, because we're Christians, right? So approachable business women attract more opportunities. Proverbs 18:24 corroborates that. It says, a man who has friends must himself be friendly. Jesus was welcoming interaction with the Samaritan woman in John 4. You see that Jesus made himself approachable. So you look at the days of Jesus, and you realize that men and women didn't have so much, access to each other. Women had, to keep their head down and stuff like that, and men were like the de facto lords over everything. And so this woman was coming, and again, you must understand the context of this woman. And so this woman was coming from a place of rejection. She was coming from a place of condemnation, because she had many husbands, and everybody thought she was a loose woman, she was a fallen woman, and stuff like that. But Jesus Christ didn't see her from those eyes. He knew everything she had ever done, because she later said it. She said, I met me a man that told me everything I've ever done. And so God knew what she had ever done, but did not treat her like she was a criminal or something. Jesus made himself approachable to her, made her comfortable enough to talk to him. And that's what is important. Jesus allowed her to be able to come to him, because, she can't get saved if she can't even approach. She can't get saved if she cannot even approach the person that is going to save her. And so we must understand that we must be approachable. We must be approachable people. God's plan is for us to push the kingdom. And if we're going to push the kingdom of God, then how are we going to do it without being approachable? We must understand that we must push the kingdom of God, be approachable, and meet people. Allow people to come to you. Let them understand you. Let them see. So back to business. A practical exercise that I want us to do right now is to ask ourselves, do people freely approach me with questions or feedback? Do people feel comfortable to come to me with questions about my product or feedback? Am I known for a welcoming and warm demeanor? When people come to you, are you grumpy, or are you warm? Are you welcoming? So it's not, oh, you know what? I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I'm so mad. I'm so angry. Because I'm angry, I don't want to have anything to do with anybody. I don't want to talk about anything. Oh, yes, I know you want to do business, but please, we open the doors at 9 a.m. We open the doors at 10 a.m. I'm human. I'm allowed to misbehave sometimes. Are you that person? Or can people freely approach you with the questions or feedback that they have? Are you known for a welcoming and warm demeanor? Or have you made yourself of, unapproachable status because, oh, people have wasted my time, people have disappointed me, and so now I don't want to give people my time anymore. I want to. Is that what you're doing? There are quick tips I want to give you to improve on being approachable today. Number one, smile genuinely in interactions. Smile. Let your smile be genuine, not a fake smile. Don't plaster a smile on your face like this. No. Imagine I came to this meeting and the first thing you see, you're like, what is wrong with this woman? And what happened to her face? No. Be very, very, real in your emotions. Smile genuinely in interactions. Practice open body language. Make sure your body is not saying something different from what your voice is saying. So sometimes we're saying something different with our mouth and our bodies are saying, I'm irritated. Sometimes you're saying, oh, welcome to our business today. And then another voice, another part of you, your body is saying things like, ew, what are you doing here? You don't look like you can spend money here. You don't look like my target market. Practice open body language. Engage actively on social platforms. You must engage actively. While you're not going to live on social media, we're not of the generation that live on social media. We do have lives and we understand boundaries and self-control. You must be actively on your social media platforms, doing your business, pushing your business. The world is a small village now. It's a global village because anybody can see anything in real time, and it matters not where you are. And so can people, can people understand you when you're on social media? Can they see your brand on social media and understand that, oh, you know what, I want to buy from this person just by your social media interactions? If not, you need to do better. You need to work on it. The second question is, are you dependable? Dependability builds trust, a cornerstone of sustained business relationships. Again, I'm not the kind of person that would tell you that, you know what, you need to get customers all the time. Yes, I believe in that. But I also believe that customers can wait. You can have customers that will stay with you. You can have customers that will wait with you. You can keep your old customers. It's not about making new ones. It's about keeping the old ones that you have. And of course, old ones will always bring new ones. And if they don't, your faithfulness with the old ones will attract blessings from God and you will have new clients. So we're not the kind of people that get married to the new wife and forget the old wife. We don't replace old customers with new customers.
Yeah.
We treat our customers properly. We treat them right so that they can come back, so that they can stay. That's what we do. And so another thing in under are you dependable is that let's go to Matthew 5:37 first. Before that, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Joseph's consistent dependability in Potiphar's house earned him, the status of the chief slave. So Genesis 39 tells us the story of Joseph, and while he was in Potiphar's house, he got promoted from being an ordinary slave to the chief slave. Why did he get promoted? Because he was faithful, because he was dependable. Potiphar found him as somebody that he could rely on. Are you somebody that your customers can rely on? When they wake up at 8 a.m. and they come to your business, do they expect that it is open? Can they plan against your business? Some people, nobody can plan against their business. Why? Because they are so flaky. They are so undependable. They are neither here nor there. And so nobody can say, oh, when you go to this person, you get business at this time. Or when you go to her, she'll be open. Or the business has to be open. Yes, if you get them now, you can put it on your itinerary that you want to get there by 9 and be out of there by 9:30, and you will actually be. Are you somebody that can be depended upon like that? Can your business be trusted like that? Or are you the kind of businesswoman that they don't know what they are getting? Oh, she might be at her business, she might not be. Who knows if she'll be online or offline? As a business, you have no business going offline. Oh yeah, this is Nigeria, power. Sometimes you plan for it. Every unnecessary interaction takes back burner to your business. So you say things like, oh, you know what, I just want to, I have other commitments. I have to be on my phone. I have to watch a movie on my phone. You have to watch a movie on your phone at the expense of your battery when you know that you have customers who might order things from you. No, 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 no. It doesn't matter the country you are, the standards are the same. God knew you were going to be in Nigeria before he called you to do business. He knew the peculiarities. You are not surprising him by being a Nigerian. So if you're not surprising him by being a Nigerian, then his standards are not changing for you because you're Nigerian. So you must understand who you are, what you stand for. Let your yes be your yes. When you say something, let people meet it like that. Let your no be your no. What to reflect on? I want you to identify a recent promise or commitment you made to somebody. Did you fulfill it fully and timely? So you told them you were going to deliver at 9 a.m. Did you deliver at 9:45? Or did you deliver at 9 a.m.? And did you deliver half of their goods or did you deliver everything? Are you dependable? Do you hear comments like, oh, thank you so much. I thought you were going to be late. I'm glad you over delivered. You came earlier than I thought. Have you ever heard those kind of comments? If you've never heard that kind of comment for your business, then you have a lot of work to do. What are people talking about? What are they telling you in your business? Do they depend on you? Identify a recent promise or commitment you've made. Did you fulfill it fully and timely? I want to give you some strategies on how to be dependable. Number one, keep track of your commitments. Get a calendar. Put your tasks on your calendar. Put on your reminders. Sometimes we think we have this supersonic memory. Oh, my memory is so sharp, I never forget things. I'm going to remember the exact time. I have an internal clock. My alarm, my internal alarm will go off. Are you kidding me right now? You're not going to remember. Put those things down. Write them down. Put them down. It is said that the faintest pencil is sharper than the sharpest memory. Write things down. I have my notes because if I came here, I would know what to say. I would have things to say without looking at my notes. But still, the notes help me to keep on track, help me to keep to time, and help me to focus so I don't get diverted to other things, which I can tend to do. Communicate proactively when delays occur. I said this the last time we met. Don't wait till it's the last minute before you tell your customers you can't deliver. Usually 24 hours before your delivery time, you already know whether you deliver on time or not. You know it. So if you know that you're not going to deliver on time, you talk to your clients way before your delivery time. Like I said, over promise and under promise and over deliver. So if you want to give people time in for, you tell them to do 1 week if you know your turnover period is 3 days. So tell them 1 week or tell them 5 days. And so when you deliver in 3 days, they're like, oh, that was so fast. Thank you so much. And it was quick delivery, quick shipping. Because immediately people spend money on something. They want to see what they bought. If they can get it now, they'll be very happy to. And so you look at businesses like Amazon. Then you look at other businesses, and then Amazon tells you things like, oh, if you order today, we can deliver as early as tomorrow morning. We can even do same day deliveries. They tell you they can do this. And so somebody would rather go buy on Amazon at $10 extra because they can get it that day than go to the website, original website, and go buy it from there because they know it will take them like 2 weeks before they get their stuff. I've heard people say this. It wasn't really a thing for me because I order so many things. So, sometimes I just forget about it till it comes. But there are some people I know that would rather buy from Amazon just because they can get it the next day. And it comes in handy when you want to buy things like chargers. So your charger, packs up and you need a charger right now. Amazon is the place for you to buy it. And this is not me doing business advert for Amazon. It is what it is. They have built that system and it works. So if it works, we're going to talk about it. So you must be dependable. Keep track of your commitments. Have a system where commitments are made and a tracking system. Communicate proactively when delays will occur or when they occur. And if you didn't envisage the delay was going to happen, everything was going perfectly until the moment to deliver, go ahead and still talk proactively. Don't just leave them hanging. Don't take them for granted and say, what delays happen. No, you need to talk to them. I know companies that actually offer, cash reward if they delay you. So they offer like $5 for you to buy something if they delay you. So of course, to buy something from them is also a tactic, but still, it's $5 more than you had before to spend on them. So you must under promise and over deliver. That's the last point. Under promise and over deliver. Tell people you will deliver in 5 days and deliver within 3 days. That's the dream. And that will build your brand over anything. At some point, people don't even look like, oh, they don't look at the price anymore. They won't look at the price point. They won't look at the quality point. All they're seeing is this person is going to deliver on time. So I have somebody who has wonderful prices and a wonderful quality, but will never deliver until 10 days after the event. I don't want my products 10 days after the event. I want the product now. So will she deliver? Yes, she will deliver. If she'll deliver, I'll go with her. It matters not that her goods are more expensive. And then you hear things like, you know what, that's why she charges more, because she delivers early. Do you want to be that kind of business that people say, you know what, she over delivers, she under promises, but she over delivers? People are more, inclined to tip you when you over deliver. People are more inclined to come back to you. People are more inclined to patronize you again because you have been faithful to them in the past. That's how it works. Faithfulness pays off. It pays off, rather. The third thing I want to talk about is, are you available? Availability communicates value to your customers and to your team. When you're available, it means that you have value and you value them too as customers and, as team members. You must be available. We can't go to your business and send you a message and we don't get a response from your message for the message for 10 days. We go and we review your business on Google, but we don't have any response from you for 15 days. You don't even read it. You don't respond. You don't do anything. And then people say things like, oh, especially that Nigerian mentality. We have this African mentality where we run business by, and we say things like, you know what, I'm busy, I have a lot of orders to fill. And rather than attend to the customers you do have, you're there filming videos on package this thing with me, package this item with me, package this thing with me, package 1 million items with me. What you're doing is you're telling people, you're communicating to them that they don't matter, that some people matter more than some people, and you don't want to communicate that. As a business, every kobo counts, every cent counts, every dollar counts. $1 from 1 million people is $1 million. $10 from 10 people is still $10. So you don't look down on the people who spend the $1 and ignore and spend time on people who spend the $10, because 10 people are spending $10. In fact, let's say $10 is too small. Let's talk about $1,000. So out of every customer, every 100 customers, you have 90 of them that spend $10, and you have, 10 of them, you have 8 of them that spend $100, and then you have 1 of them that spends $1,000. You don't spend your whole days. The mistake we make is spending our whole lives chasing the person who spends $1,000. I kid you not. 90 people spending $10 is already $900. If you focus on those 90 people, they will probably come back. The person who wants to spend $10 might not come back in 3 months. The people who spend the person who spent $1,000 might not come back in 3 months. The people who spend $10 are likely to come back tomorrow because they have another $10 to spend. And so if you get 900 people to spend, you get 90 people to spend $10 for 2 weeks consistently, and you get 1 person to spend $1,000 for 2 months consistently, right? You're making how much? 2 weeks, that's 14 days. 14 times 900. Look at the amount of money you've made versus $2,000. So as much as you are thinking quality, you must also think quantity. And then you can say things like, oh, but big brands don't think like this. They think like, expensive stuff. Okay, I get you. But all of these big brands also have smaller brands. I want you to know that they have smaller brands that they depend on. I'm going to put up my notes in the meeting after, and so one of those notes you'll see an expose that I did on some fashion brands. So a fashion brand like Dior would have subsidiary, they call them subsidiary brands. And these brands are more mainstream. So you can go with $100 and buy a lot of things in those brands. But if you wanted to buy from their parent company, Christian Dior, you wouldn't be able to spend less than $1,500. And they know the higher percentage of the population does not spend that amount. So they have those quality goods, they have those luxury goods. But I'm telling you, it is the people who spend $100 in their business that keeps the door open. They're the one that keep the doors open. They keep the doors open. They're the ones that keep the business running. They pay the staff, because if you want to wait for the people who are going to buy $3,000 purses, you're not going to get enough in the month to pay your staff. And these are people that have businesses all over the world. They have a lot of people to pay. Trust me. They are spending money. They are making you buy from the smaller brands too. So you think, oh, you know what? I'm a luxury brand. And, you know, in this day and time, we have abused that word luxury. Even things that are not luxury are called luxury these days. It's not luxury if it's not like expensive, crazy expensive. We're talking thousands of dollars before you can say luxury. And so you say, oh, I'm a luxury business, I'm not for everybody. And then rather than do business properly, you're doing business like an elitist. It doesn't work. That's not proper business practices. If Jeff Bezos was doing business as an elitist or like an elitist, you wouldn't see Amazon as the biggest, you know, trading platform now. If AliExpress, that somebody used as an example, if Alibaba was doing elitist things, they wouldn't have cared about the customers they had in Nigeria, because they'll be like, you know what, those people have low purchasing power anyways. I don't have anything to do with them. Let me just leave them alone. No. They come to you, even though you have low purchasing power in your country, they will make things easy for you. So even the low purchasing power, you can use that power on them. They would go out of their way to make sure that you buy from them. Even though you have very low amounts to spend, it doesn't matter, because they understand the quality, the value of crowd buying. Every business understands that. Don't be tempted to think that, oh, you know, some businesses don't care about stuff like that because they are luxury. They do care. And that's why they have subsidiary brands. So when you look at yourself, are you available? When you ask that question of yourself, what answer comes up? Isaiah 6:8 says, here I am, send me. This was Isaiah telling God that he was available to be sent by him. And a person with this mindset, it made him one of the biggest prophets in the Bible. You can't talk about prophets without talking about Isaiah. Isaiah prophesied most of the things about Jesus. When Jesus quoted scripture and quoted the prophets, he was always constantly quoting Isaiah. Even when Jesus was on earth, when he said, who do people think that I am? He said, they think that you are Isaiah's, or was it Elijah or Isaiah's? People still refer to Isaiah all over the world, even in Jesus's time. Till today, Christianity cannot stand without talking about Isaiah. You cannot talk about Isaiah in a church for like 2 weeks. Something will bring up Isaiah. And what did he do? He told, Lord, I'm here, send me. He was available. Look at Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mary was available to God's plan. I want you to understand that with God, you always have a choice. Mary could have said no, but she said, be it unto me according to what you have said. She knew there was going to be a lot of pullback, a lot of fallback, a lot of, shouting, a lot of problems, a lot of pushback from her decision to follow God. But she went ahead and said it anyways. Be it unto me according to what you have said. Are you available? What are the practical ways that we can use to balance boundaries and business availability? Because sometimes we say, oh, if you're too available, people will take you for granted. And that's a very real and valid fact. How do you then balance ways that you can put boundaries in place? Like, nobody needs to be calling you at 12 a.m. to talk about something for the business, except you have a global business that you can put some people in different time zones to attend. But I even know for a fact that Chinese businesses, as big as they are, will make you wait till morning before they attend to you. And when they wake up, they'll tell you, oh, we're sorry, the Chinese time is different from your time. So I'm here now to attend to you. And you hear things like, oh, there's a Chinese holiday, so we're not going to sell anything for 3 weeks. Does it make you stop buying from them? Nope. It makes you arrange your life around their Chinese holidays. Why do you do this? Because they make buying so easy. They have ingrained themselves into you. You can't do without them. So you're like, okay, it's Chinese holiday for 3 weeks. Nice. No problem. I'll wait. And even then, they know the people that they break those holiday stands for. Best believe that if you're a valuable customer enough, they will break their things for you. They are business people at the end of the day, right? So how do you balance boundaries with business availability? How can you clearly communicate your availability to clients? So one of the practical tips to be able to balance your boundaries with business availability is to clearly set and communicate working hours. Don't be the person that doesn't have working hours set. Don't say open any day, every time, open. It's not true that you're open every day or anytime. You can't be. You have to sleep. So again, except you have staff that are working on your business day in, day out, all the time working on your business, you can't say things like open every time. So you have to put your business hours there. And when you put your business hours there, make sure that you are not just putting 1 hour windows in a day. Because how are they going to work around only 1 hour windows? You don't really want to sell, do you? You must clearly set and communicate working hours. I didn't say working hour, not just an hour per day. Oh, but this business is just a side hustle. I don't really have time for it. Then maybe you have no business doing the business in the first place. You must find a system and a structure that makes you have time for your business and makes it easy for your clients to buy from you. Are you difficult to buy from? Do people have to jump through hoops, to buy from you? Do they have to stress themselves and go through all the drama just to buy from you? Are you difficult to buy from? Oh, you can't buy from me because you have a Visa card. You can't buy from me with a credit card. How easy can you make it? Sometimes it is above your power. Sometimes it is out of your strength and power. There's nothing you can do about it. But those times should be very minimal. They should be very limited. You must do everything in your power to make it easy for your clients to buy from you. Implement tools to schedule and streamline appointments. There are free tools all over the internet that can help you to streamline your appointments. They can help people to schedule appointments with you. What are those tools? Some of them are Calendly, some of them are Google Calendar. You can streamline and set appointments there so people can find all your appointment times, and then the times that you're not available also show up automatically there. Use these tools. They are free. And if you are making a lot of money in your business, you should be able to pay subscription, right? Practice responsive communication. It's not just, putting messages on your, automatic messages. No, it's beyond that. Is having a human face that people can see, people can communicate with, people can reach, people can say, okay, do this. I want this person. I don't want AI. I want a real human being to talk to me. People will always prefer to talk to a real human. And you must make sure you're available as much as possible. Although you have to have boundaries, you should still be as available as much as possible. Practice responsive communication. The number 4 thing I want to talk about today is, are you consistent? Consistency creates reliability, making you a preferred choice in business. Are you consistently polite? Are you consistently kind to people? Are you consistently available? Are you consistently approachable? Are you consistently dependable? Can people trust you to be consistent? Like I said, you have a mood swing and you say, I'm going to cuss out all my customers today. And then the next day you are all smiles. They wonder if you're bipolar or something. Because why are you like this today and like that tomorrow? And even people who are legitimately bipolar use medicine to keep it at bay because they need to have some form of consistency in their lives. But you're just acting like that. Today you're in a bad mood, and so you speak to your staff and you speak to your clients anyhow, and then you insult them and their grandfathers because they bought from you. And then the next day you are all smiles. Oh, come and patronize us. I'm not going to patronize you. You're so rude. You have to be very careful. And we live in a sensitive world. We live in sensitive times. Everybody perceives problems where there are none. So you have to understand that, you know what? I have to move with the times. I have to be careful so that I don't lose my crowd. We need to be very, very careful. We need to be consistent. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not grow weary of doing good. Daniel's unwavering consistency in prayer earned him the title of, the man. They already knew him as that man. In fact, they could plan against him because they knew where he would be at that time. They could plan and say, you know what, this is what Daniel will be doing right now. They knew it. That's how consistent he was. He was consistent with T. or to a C, pun intended. Daniel 6:10 covers that. And so self-check. List 3 areas in your business where consistency needs improvement. Is it your branding? Is it your product quality? And is it your response time? Some of us, we take pride in not responding to our messages. Again, I don't understand it. You are not serious. You are an unserious person if you purposefully keep people waiting because you want to show some help. I'm not available. I don't think you have business enough. If you have enough business, you won't have time to care about availability or not. You have to be available. Stop thinking, oh, the less I communicate with them, the more mysterious I am. And people love some sense of, forget all those 48 laws of power nonsense. Go trash it somewhere and work on people. Let people feel honored. Let them feel respected. Let their time feel like it is honored. If they feel like their time is honored, they will come to you. They will listen to what you have to tell them. So list 3 areas in your business where consistency needs improvement. So one of the ways that I would encourage you to boost your consistency, number 1, develop routines and habits that support consistency. Stop waking up and determining your day based on the side of the bed you wake up from. Form habits that support consistency. Form habits that make you actually consistent. Regularly audit your business processes and communication. Look at it. Is it working? Is it not working? This is the way I handle my business. This is the way we are consistent. Is it working or not? Have a reliable feedback mechanism. Have people that can tell you the truth about where you are in business. Not that they'll keep telling you, go queen, yes, queen, no. Can they really tell you the truth about where you are currently in business? If you don't have anybody that can tell you the truth about that, there's a problem, girl. There's a problem. Regularly audit your business processes and communication. Then number 3, keep accountability partnerships. Have mentors. Have people that you are talking to. Have people that are looking into your business. People that you are reporting to. Oh, you know what? I have the Holy Spirit. I can do it on my own. Have people that you can rely on, people that you can talk to about your issues, people who can point. People, don't be too big for people to tell you, don't do that. That's not how you do that. Have a feedback mechanism. Have people watching over your soul. Have a shepherd. Have a mentor. And if you don't have one now, it is time for you to go get one. Are you professional? That's the 5th thing I want to ask you. Professionalism communicates respect, credibility, and excellence. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Colossians 3:23. Solomon was very professional in his approach to building the temple. 1 Kings 6-7 tells us that. You need to be professional. Does your presentation, the way you dress, the way you communicate, your branding, does it reflect professionalism? Are you the kind of person who uses WhatsApp for your business? And when somebody offends you in your DM, one of your customers offends you in the DM, you begin to make WhatsApp statuses about them. It's ridiculous, immature, and highly unprofessional. So your customer knows you're talking about them on your status. This is the same status you used to invite them to buy from you. Now they know that this is your status. They can see you literally talking about them. Some of us even go as we go ahead to mention names, to name names. I have some mentees that I look at their status and I enter their inbox. I'm like, what is this? What nonsense is this? Why is this on your status? Why are you doing this? Why are you publicizing things like this? So you have an issue with your clients, or you have internal issues, logistical issues, and you go on your status to go and rant about it. Nobody needs to know that you are struggling with your logistics. We don't want to know. We just want to order from you. So the moment you begin to put all your business on social media like that, you make Twitter threads, or they find you in business discussions that have nothing to do with you. You are not a non-profit organization. You are not a woman that fights for the rights of women. That's not your business. But when they are talking about feminism, your business is the number one, fighting everybody in the comment section. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why are you so difficult to buy from? You mustn't be difficult to buy from. You must make it easy for people to love you and want to buy from your brand. Stop disgracing your brand. At least go with your real name, or you know what, it's not it's a sign of a lack of integrity, but at least maybe a burner account. If you must show your craziness on social media, by all means keep it away from your business. Are you professional? Does your dressing communicate? Some of us go out to meet clients in PJs and bonnets. What is wrong with you? Why is a customer jumping on a call with you and they can see the saliva that came out of the mouth, out of your mouth overnight? I don't care if the meeting is at 3 a.m. in the night. If you took that meeting, you need to look your best and put your best foot forward. Don't be the person that, oh, you caught me at a bad time. I'm just going to Walmart. I'm just going to the store. I don't need to dress up. Girl, get a grip. I started this meeting at 8 a.m. and I had to get up and glam up. And this is not even my usual glam up. I go more glam than this. But I did what I had to do because I needed to come on camera. I could have said, you know what, we're not going to stream video today. We're just going to use voice today because I can't be bothered to take my bath or to take a shower or to, get dressed and get, glammed up for. Girl, that's not how it works. You have to get up. The moment you determine to be a businesswoman, it takes all of you, all of your strength, all of your blood, all of your peace of mind. Are you professional? Does your communication reek of professionalism or stink of a lack of professionalism? Some of us just talk anyhow, Your mouth opens and evil comes out of it. You speak condescendingly to people. You tell them you're not my target market, really. If you were such a rich woman, why are you here? If you didn't need my money, why did you start a business? When you start a business, you serve the money of the people who patronize you. Don't be going all hoity-toity and saying things like, you know what, I'm not cut out for this. I'm better than this. You don't have to buy from me if you don't feel like it. If you don't come back, another person will come back. You're embarrassing yourself and you don't even know it. And don't tell me, oh, this is a Nigerian mentality. It is not. Even in the United States, we see businesses all the time that crash because of a lack of communication. So there was this business on TikTok, I think it was the Curies Canaries or something like that. I don't know who they are. I mean, I'm not interested because they sell alcohol. That's not my speed. But people whose speed is alcoholic slushies. They wanted to go. People who live in that environment wanted to go there and buy things. But then they were very rude to people. So they treated one of their customers badly or some of their customers badly. And so those customers on their day, the day they opened, it was crazy the day they opened actually. And so they treated these customers badly and the customers came on TikTok to complain about the business. And so you think that a normal business would apologize, right? Promise them 1 year of, $10 worth of things weekly. You think this is what a normal business will do, but no. Daenerys are curious or whatever they call themselves did not do such. They actually put out statements insulting more people. And it's a funny thing when a couple owns a business and none of them can get a hold of themselves. So the wife was the one that came up with the shading video, basically insulting people and telling them, you know what, we don't need your patronage. Basically, that's what she was saying. This is a brand new business. It is crazy the things people will do. And because she's a celebrity, because she does reality TV shows, she thought she was above, cancellation. She don't know this generation, obviously. If you'll be afraid of anybody, be afraid of the Gen Zs. They will pull your business down. Oh my God. The cancel culture is crazy and I'm not encouraging it, but I'm telling you, you need to work around it. And so these people came and they posted the video as if that wasn't bad enough. Her husband released a press statement that was even worse than the video that his wife put up. And it was like, what a show of shame. And everybody had an opinion. Everybody was talking. I was just laughing. I was like, this is the beginning of the end of this business. Trust me, people took it personally, went to the business on the Monday after the fallout was on Saturday. They went to the Monday and they took it on Monday and did videos of how empty the place was. They actually made videos. And then do you know what happened? The business had to spend more money doing promo for people to come back to the business. They had to make videos for people to show how interesting the place is. And even under the videos, the comments were like, who is coming? Nobody coming here. I'm not coming here because you're going to insult me anyways if I come here. So I'm not going to come here because you insulted your clients. You couldn't apologize to them. You came on TikTok and still insulted them. You shaded them and all of that. And it was so nasty and so bad. They've not recovered still. Don't be that person. That's a cautionary tale right there. Don't do it. Respect your business, your business partners. I mean, the people who patronize you. Invest in quality personal and business branding. Don't just invest in branding your business. Invest in branding yourself. Who are you as a person? Are you bad for your business or not? So that person, the Aquarius, Canaries, or whatever, they actually should hand over that business to somebody else if they want it to thrive. They can't be the face of that business because they've messed up too much. The internet never forgets. And so you need to know if you are the best person for your business or not. I have a terrible character, and even I know it. You're not the one to be the face of your business, girl. Go find somebody else that can interact with customers. Pay them if you have to. And then most importantly, get better. Nobody says you have to remain bad. When you realize that you have bad character, then you have to get better. Get yourself better. Get some training. Get some quality personal and business branding. Brand yourself. Train yourself. Practice clear and respectful communication. Are you clear in your communication? When you talk to people, do they understand you? Or are you respectful in the way you communicate to people? Do you tell them things and respectfully pass across your message? Or do you just, you know what, do whatever you want? Do you have undertones of passive aggression? Because sometimes we are passive aggressive with our clients. Do we think that they don't know that you are being passive aggressive? Because how does it benefit you? On the grand scale of things, how does passive aggression help your business? Like you're alienating your customers, literally. Why? Do you not want to make profit? Do you have a thing against making profit? If you don't, what is wrong with you then? Why are you so difficult to buy from? Ego, pride. I'm bigger than all of this. I don't need your money. Yes, you do. If you didn't need anybody's money, you wouldn't be doing business, period. Everybody needs everybody. Practice clear and respectful communication. Ensure timely and quality service delivery. We talked about this earlier, so I'm not going to beat that horse again. Do you act professional? Are you reflecting professionalism? If you are not, invest in quality personal and business branding. Practice clear and respectful communication. Ensure timely and quality service delivery. So I want to leave the door open, the ground open for the next 10 minutes for questions. If you have any question, you can type it. If you want to reflect on something we talked about, unmute your mic and let's talk. If you're on TikTok, please put whatever you want to say on TikTok, type it, and let's hear your questions. Let's see your questions. Let's see your engagement. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say about what we talked about? So, for example, what is one trait you would intentionally improve immediately? Going off this meeting, what is one thing you will do right now for your business? So if you're here and you have one thing that you've learned from today that you want to implement in your business immediately, let's hear it so that you can bless other people. What is that one thing that, knowing what you know now, hearing what you've heard now, what is that one thing that you're going to do that will improve your business? What's one intentional thing you want to do to improve your business immediately? Anybody? Anybody? What's that one thing that you will do right now? So there's no one thing, there are multiple things, or there's nothing you heard today that you want to practice. Which one is it? Google Meet, or mute your mics and tell us. What's that one thing that you'll practice for your business today? Or you can send a chat. Anybody? Consistency, okay? So Ganiat says consistency is something she will do immediately, something she will work on immediately. She wants to be consistent in her business because she has learned something today about consistency and how it can help her business. Thank you very much. That's good. That's good. So do you have any questions? You can type it on TikTok, you can type it on Google Meet, you can type it on YouTube if you have any questions that you want us to address. You have a scenario for your business, you have a problem that you encountered with a client. It might be related or unrelated to the topic of the day. Anybody? Okay, nobody. So what are action steps? Action steps to take from today for conclusion and commitments today, committing to the things that you have learned today. What are the action steps that you want to take? Somebody already said consistently. She wants to be consistent. Yes. Any other thing, she's open, to improving in that key area of consistency. So what will you do to be more consistent? Do you have anything you want to do to be more consistent? Like, are you going to wake up earlier than you usually would? Are you going to spend more money on branding, or are you going to put out more content? What is it that you will do to become more consistent? Please tell us. Anybody? Put out more content. Okay, somebody says put out more content. So for her to do consistency, she wants to put out more content. So if you were doing one content per day, one post per day before on your social media, you're saying now that you want to do more, like you want to double it or you want to triple it, and that's amazing. The fact that you understand that consistency comes from the actions that you take, especially on social media, because like I said earlier, it's a global village now. Everything is out there for everybody to see now. And so you have to show up on social media. Thank you so much for that. All right. So I pray over you today that you have grace, you have clarity, and you have strength to run your business the way that you should. I pray that God will give you the inspiration, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding to be consistent, the understanding to be dependable, the understanding to be professional, the understanding to have a proper mindset, to have availability and still be able to keep your boundaries. You to be approachable, to be somebody that people can talk to. Receive the grace to do that today in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Now I want us to say this declaration together. Unmute your mics and say it together. I am approachable.
I am approachable.
I am dependable.
I am dependable.
I am available.
I am available.
Consistent.
Consistent.
And professional.
And professional.
I am a rich lady apostle who attracts favor in the
marketplace. Who attracts favor by God's grace.
I am a rich lady apostle who attracts favor in the marketplace.
I am a rich lady apostle who attracts favor in the marketplace.
Amen. Amen. And that brings us to the end of today's meeting. We'll see you first of next week with another exciting topic on buying, selling, and every angle of business. Thank you so much. God bless you. See ya.
Amen. Yes.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, TikTok.
Sorry, we are in school, so I honestly